Let's do it.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from Florida, Europe. This is the most badass CD broadcast on ow. No landings. Shot from the point. OG Squad Sunday. I'd like to make this a permanent thing, Dave. You down with that?
I'm down, man. Let's do it.
Can you do that? I like OG
Sundays,
Sunday.
Baby.
I like OG Sunday. AC all week.
Yeah, I'm back for you, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do this. And, of course, we can't go any further without the other original Mr. Jeff Huffman. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Jeff's going to pretend not to watch hockey and fucking lose track of what the fuck's going on.
I don't have hockey on. What are you talking
about? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I can see. I can see reflecting off your shirt. You know,
the blue is all over.
The Blues don't play for an hour and a half.
No, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. You watch curling. Fuck off.
Oh, he's not watching curling.
Jeff would watch curling if there's nothing else on. Like most people would be like, I'd rather put needles in my dick. Not Jeff.
No, I watch NASCAR.
I don't think that's it bad. Me
You
and
watch
Davis.
it live. If you go live, that's
have you gone?
Yes, I've been to a couple events.
Yeah, I think I want to go there.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah. I think I should give it a shot in NASCAR. To be honest with you, like me and you are city guys.
Well, Vegas. Well, that's F1.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't been to a NASCAR event. I've been to like Formula One.
You've been F1.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
but that was still good.
I've been to a
funny
couple
car
NASCAR
stuff.
I've been
Which
to a couple
ones?
NASCAR races. I've been to Gateway, the local track, and I'll be going there next month.
Nice.
Okay.
And I've been to Daytona and Talladega.
Oh, you've been to Daytona.
The summer race, not the 500.
So what? The fucking track is dope.
Yeah.
Baseball, NASCAR, hockey, football season, baseball.
The funny thing about that Daytona race, it rained all fucking day, so the race didn't start till like 10:30 at night. It didn't end till like 2 in the morning.
Drinking.
That's the thing, and that's what makes it suck. Jeff doesn't drink.
You can still have a great time.
No, you can't.
You lie to yourself, Jeff.
Can't have a good time without tobacco, pussy, and lots of alcohol, and occasionally
weed on that time.
some weed. Yeah.
I got George here tonight. Oh yeah.
Occasionally some weed. I don't think you need weed because I basically didn't smoke weed. I had a blast in the Army the whole time, but it helps. As George Carlin said.
It helps.
All right, here's the thing. Nobody gives a fuck about this topic. I know you do, and that's why we're here. We're here for you. I know who Nick Fuentes is as far as being an absolute dipshit. I've never even been angry with him or thought it because it's just he's so clearly retarded. He's so clearly a miscreant. He's so clearly a half-wit. He's an unabashed moron and does nothing to hide it. All right? Which is usually my thing, but for some reason, Nick Fuentes has a following of people that don't think he's a retard. And it's just amazing to me in itself. So I never, it always seemed like kind of an uphill battle. There's people I know that seem to, be able to go up to the bathroom by themselves without help that like Nick Fuentes. So I never really said anything about it, So
there's like a reverse Hassan.
Yes, it's an antithesis of Hassan. But you know what? Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I think Hassan can bathe himself effectively, and I'm not as sure about Nick Fuentes. So, the antithesis in the sense that they're both stupid. I don't know if it's fair to say equals here. And believe me, if I could compare Hassan to Nick Fuentes and this kind of retardations that we are going to bring to you, I would.
It sounds pretty fucking retarded. I'm excited to be here.
Pretty retarded, and I don't get it. I never got it, but I knew when it came to, only now will the things I believe, it's not like, oh, it's safe to make fun of Nick Fuentes on. I've always felt this way about Nick Fuentes, but it's an uphill battle because most people don't feel that way about Nick Fuentes. My comedy wouldn't even work.
You can't convince them they're retarded.
I mean, do you ever see this ridiculous picture? I'm gonna put it like there he is sitting on the bed, like this is pussy repellent. You know, I mean, like that's not a person I want to be around.
What's the point of that picture? What is he trying to convey?
I don't get a lot of pussy, and I've never kissed a girl, which apparently about 2 months ago he admitted to. What a shock! Like,
unbelievable.
He's based in Red Pill. Tom.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and by the way, you're probably saying to yourself, you're watching, oh, Tommy's probably a big lefty, woke SJ. No.
Come on, don't lie.
Yeah, no,
Big
I'm
time.
not.
Yep.
But I just think he's, when I look, some people call a spade a spade. Excuse me. Some people call a spade a spade. I call a retard a retard. All right? It doesn't matter what happens. Just because some of his ideology may cross mine doesn't mean you're not a retard. All right.
Yeah, I love how much you're making sure you distance. I don't care if we might agree here and there.
Am I agreeing?
Retard.
Well, I'm sure we agree. All right. I sure we agree. We both agree that the COVID policies were ridiculous. All right. But that's probably where it ends. You know.
Pretty much.
Wait till you hear what this retard has been up to.
I'm excited.
It's spectacular, and he made the ultimate mistake of any right-wing commentator. He threw down with Medicare.
Wait. The bottom left, is that Jake Link?
What? No.
Oh, fuck me.
That's
like
PPP. PPP. I actually like PPP, and I'll tell you why. PPP came up what was left of blood sports and challenged everybody and called them a retard. Now, he's a retard too, right? But he was unabashed, like, he was like, you know, all the things that the blood sports, you know, you can't be in it for money, or you got to be certain, you know, red pilled and based. Yeah. PPP came out. He was no, you can't say that. No, put your jerk off hand away.
I'm sorry. Right.
He was the real deal. He lived up to the cause, and he came as you guys. He's like that rebel in the Jedi Order was like, you say you're for the light, you're not for the light. That's what PPP was. You guys are all phonies. You say you're doing this shit, and everyone else is trying to make money. You're not about it. You're not about it like me. Now, he was that guy, and he made a name for himself in that kind of niche. And now he's, I don't know, is he selling T-shirts now too, like everybody else?
I think he's, you know.
Yeah, good for, yeah, all right. But for a while, yeah, but he had it for a moment. There was a moment in time, you know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with fucking making money online. I don't think that automatically makes you a grifter, right? And I'm sure he figured that out and said, look, I got to make some money if I'm going to make a jackass of myself and make myself unemployable for the rest of my goddamn life. So I might have to sell a T-shirt. But he did come up with the purest of intentions. He was a total fucking incel and completely unapologetic. And not to mention, very funny. So I like PPP.
Saying the name there, PPP.
PPP. What was that? What did that stand for?
I honestly have no idea. Like, I'm
penis.
I'm not that familiar with PPP. I'm sure, like,
I like PP as he's
PPP.
I get a kick at, and he has this really funny way of talking. All right, like he is one of the few guys. He kind of challenged and called out Medicare and didn't come out a complete mess over it. Well, the only guy I'm aware of. Yeah. Not like Ralph did, but yeah. All right, here we go.
He wanted to do
just
like
to give a little context to the situation.
Sure.
It's basically the inner circle of America First is kind of imploding. Like the top guys in America First turned on Nick Fuentes, and they went on Kino Casino to like basically give the ins and outs of Nick Fuentes of what's going on internally because they've left.
It's appropriate that they're called the inner circle, like an anus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, so not like the inner circle, like Chris Jericho.
That's also very anusy, Jeff, but that's a different way. What's he freaking out about? Is Grandpa gonna punch the fucking arcade?
He's yelling at his arcades.
Old man yells at arcade.
Grandpa, Jesus.
Arcades are too loud.
I can see his white calves from here. Jesus Christ,
what if he forgets about the show and just starts?
Maybe he become a crip.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you
I
didn't know you didn't give a shit about this topic. I wasn't expecting you to get up and start playing Galaga.
Jesus.
No, it's too loud. I can hear it. It's
representing the blood
insane.
there, Tommy.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Well, I've been watching a lot of Michael Jordan highlights, I guess. I wanted to have my Michael Jordan shorts on. All right. Here we go.
The face covering thing where he wears like a black mask, and I'm like, yeah, probably not the best idea if we're trying to appeal to like.
Did you want to show the screen, Tommy?
What? Oh, no, I didn't.
Did you want to?
I didn't. I didn't?
Did you want to show them? Because.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Nick Fuentes, what did he write? Somebody catch that? I miss the days when the worst thing people had to say of me was I was a bunch of Catboy jokes. All right, Nick Fuentes. That'll make sense later, I think. Gentlemen, ladies.
And our first dono is on the board for dono of the day.
Yeah,
Put it on the board.
For dono of the day. All right. Here we go. Let's. All right. Fill us in, Matt, if we need help.
6-year-old Trump supporters wearing a black mask and black Doc Martin. I don't know, but not important.
It is to me.
It is to me too.
What is important about
Can
the
you
New York
imagine,
thing?
like, you want to, like, meet up with all these old grannies and you dress up as Donda? Like,
Yeah, you're gonna go out there. Go ahead.
No, but the fact that you have to give him that reality check. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you're
you
not
have to
there
tell him
anymore.
constantly.
What the hell are they talking about, Matt?
So, Jaden was revealing that Nick Fuentes at one point wanted to dress up like the Kanye West with the ski mask on, Donda. Like he wanted to do that.
What?
Okay.
Like the
Really?
Is that the thing Kanye wore at the Super Bowl?
yeah, like the fucking
Okay.
the whole the ski mask that covered his face. And he
Yeah,
wanted
the
to
ski
dress
mask that had you couldn't
With the
see
fuck
any
hole
of
in
his
it? Yeah, that's great, yeah.
face. Yeah.
So, isn't Fuentes a big Kanye fan?
Yes, he's a huge Kanye fan. Like that's why he want to dress up like him.
Oh, that's so weird.
And they just find this hilarious?
How old is
He goes-
Fuentes?
Fuentes is 23.
He still goes by Yee now, right?
I don't call him Yee. I call him Kanye.
No, call him Yee. It's hilarious.
I'll call him
Dave,
Dirt
I can't get that out of my head now. All I see is Jake.
Hey, I'm telling
You
you.
see
I'm
Jake? That
wondering-
doesn't look like Jake. Jake is,
Oh my God, Tommy, stop
it
it.
does not.
Who the fuck is Jake?
Jake
Jake's
Link.
an old-
You got to do
He's
some
an old
research
member of the
there.
show. Doesn't look
Jake
like
Link's
Jake.
one of the funniest fucking people I've ever
Does not
known,
look
by the
like.
way.
I think it's very insulting to Jake. Our
Looks
friend
just
Jake.
like him.
Like, I don't know, dude. You know, you have the cult following thing going on. I mean, the numbers are fake and botted, but you have like 1,000, 2,000 core following there.
Wait, hang on. I want to ask you. Okay, so I hinted.
We are all over the place.
No, I know. I hinted at this on Twitter though. So on the back end of Cozy, tell everyone what Nick has access to.
All right, let me tell Dave this. He got kicked off of every fucking platform because of your right-wing wacko. All right.
Right.
And he started something called Cozy. And first it was like pretty. It's still pretty impressive, even with the numbers. He started pulling like 6,000 a stream on his own platform. Like it's pretty amazing what this guy was able to do. Right? This Nick Fuentes. Shocking. Well, the numbers are botted. He's only pulling about 3,000 on his own platform. JFA. Hi, Dave. Hat change. Thank you.
Woot woot. Let's fucking go.
Thank you. He actually, it's still kind of impressive that he's pulling that much on his own platform. And, Augie got involved in it. Destiny's got involved with this. It's a pretty impressive job. Well, this guy, Jaden McNeil, I guess he kicked him to the curb. And apparently the whole thing's like, they are pulling numbers, but nowhere near as much as you think.
In a word, if you had to put on it, he committed an act of fraud. And fraud
and I'm sure the advertisers. It'd be funny if he starts to get
more.
sued.
Yeah, there's more definitely.
If he gets sued by advertisers, because that's pretty serious.
It is very serious. And
It's because it's going to directly dictate the money they're going to give you. But yeah, you're right. That's fraud.
It was
the multiplier.
Yeah. So yeah, the views for this show's fake. Like everyone knows that. Not surprising. The movement's been dying for a while, and I've been. Everyone's gonna say, "Oh, Jaden jumped ship." This is like the worst time for me to jump ship on anything, and I've been with this guy through like January 6th, him getting subpoenaed by the feds, everybody leaving him. I've been there, I've stuck around, and
you were a skater.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you're his
I'm not a Ralph.
wrangler,
I'm not a
basically.
Ralph head, but
Andy.
I mean, sure.
Another $5. What's up, Tommy? Change your shorts.
There you go.
I haven't had a drink yet, so no.
I'm gonna let Jaden get back onto the Simon track there, but I just want to pull up on screen. I just sent it to you. This is the Donda mask.
Okay.
This is what he wanted to wear to
Okay.
the Vax rally. This is fucking insane. It's worse than I thought. It's like a gimp mask, man.
What the
It's
fuck?
like some shit like a sex slave would wear, bro.
Here, let me share it for everyone. In the
Cozy didn't even have a report feature for months.
That's awesome.
It still doesn't. The report doesn't go anywhere.
That's
Yeah,
actually
so
probably
what?
not a good thing.
I think I like it.
by
I
the
like
way-
it. That's one good thing about it.
By the way, you can go to the next one, which is Euphoria. Go. I think you can skip one and go to Euphoria.
Skip one and go to your.
I don't know if we can stream HBO on here.
Let's get those fucking likes up in the chat. I only see 48. I want 100. God damn it. There's
100 people in here.
227 you fuckers in there. I
You
want
can
that
do it.
100
Yeah,
goddamn likes.
make yourselves useful. Like, what the fuck are
So
you
go to
doing?
Euphoria.
Gizmo at 100 likes.
Did you see
Gizmo.
the Dressed Like Kanye back in Cozy? It's the
Bring this
third
up
one.
real
Euphoria.
quick.
Yeah, I got
So
it.
when you
Euphoria.
lived with him, right? He was hype about showing you a certain television show.
We are all over.
Can you?
Like,
Can you?
We're gonna be here
Please.
for hours.
Can
Let
you
me-
tell-
We
No,
will. We will be
Let
for
me
here for
get
hours.
to the like actual meat and potatoes. 'cause this
Wait,
stuff
wait,
is, like,
No,
please,
this is the
please.
meat and
This
potatoes.
is,
But this
this
stuff's
is, dude.
funny.
Please
but it's
tell
like,
us,
there's
bro.
things in here that are.
By the way, if you didn't know this, Dave, Andy Worski started a podcast. It's doing quite well with PPP here.
Only one I liked out of there, man, was Worski. Came out of that okay. Only
Yeah, they're-
one
I would say he
Doing
came out
great.
okay, but he never gave up and he never
He
bitched.
didn't stop.
He never gave up and he never bitched. You
And he
know?
goes after all the other ones when they fuck up, so he reminds everyone.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
like
It's
he
nice.
makes
Keeps
fun of
the heat
himself.
low on
He's making
himself.
fun of what he used to be. That's
Yeah.
kind of what the whole
Yeah.
show is. Yeah.
So easy way to look at this. He's not a laughing stock. Is basically
No, I gotta
There you
know.
go.
People love
that's
this show.
the
They
correct word.
love this show. I mean, I people they have a great time. They're like lolcow experts now, but like they're aiming at the Kiwi Farms crowd, the people that would actually subscribe and fucking have an account.
Yeah.
That's kind
he
of what
was
they're
a
doing.
laughing stop, and he kind of climbed his way out of it. You know.
Exactly.
And,
If
yeah.
anyone would know, it's them. They're the experts. They live through it. They know it.
They're
Tell
like,
us about
damn
the-
me.
Please
I
tell
know,
us.
but-
About
Yeah,
the
in a way, you're right. I didn't even look at it that way. You're right.
Okay, and then we're gonna
And then,
talk
yeah, I
about
promise, I
him
promise.
like threatening
Okay.
to dox people and
Yeah.
go to the feds with information.
Yeah, 'cause that- I
like
wanna hear that
actual
stuff.
damning
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
Hear
Um,
this. Go. What?
Yeah, Nick. He binge watched Euphoria and he tried to get me to watch it. And I'm like, dude, like with the first episode, there's like a fucking dick right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Euphoria. What kind of show is that?
Euphoria is a show on HBO about a Zendaya is in it, and she falls in love with a trans woman. And there's like a lot.
Wait,
of,
it's
like,
Zendaya from Spider-Man?
Yeah, and there's like a lot of it's like kind of like the woke show. It's not. I wouldn't call it woke, but it's definitely like a very wokish show
It's woke
about
adjacent,
a trans
I'll say
woman and
that.
another woman falling in love, and there's like a lot of weird sex stuff and a lot of degenerate stuff. It's definitely not something an American First, the head of American First
Yeah. You gotta watch Euphoria.
Tommy, did you say Superman?
Spider-Man.
Okay,
Spider-Man.
thank you. Okay,
It's
I thought I heard. I thought
You're
I heard
insane.
Superman.
I said Spider-Man. I saw the
Stop
fucking.
watching hockey, Huffman.
I saw the. Yeah, see exactly. Stop watching hockey, Huffman.
Jesus. What's the
Game's
score,
over.
Jeffy?
Nick
It's
Fuentes.
5-2
Hey, in my
Boston.
defense, it was a lady cock. That sounds pretty hetero to me.
Yeah, there you go, lady. You put a lady in front of it.
Yeah, and they all hate gays, right? That's their thing. So it's always great when the
How regressive of them. Wonderful.
Jesus.
It's a good show. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Went back downstairs, didn't watch it, and he's like,
So he called
dude,
you
I've been
upstairs to the
watched
litter
the
box to
whole
watch Euphoria?
series. What'd you say?
I said he called you upstairs to the litter box to watch Euphoria with him.
Yeah,
as a
I mean,
big
he
cock on
tried.
screen?
He tried, but unlike Trey Politics or UX Groiper, I never really participated. I never participated.
No means no.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Is
it
it-
was like the Turning Point groomer thing. I was like, why is this black? No, I'm just playing. But I never picked up on any of like that stuff.
Is it
but-
I know.
Euphoria about like trannies, like black?
Yeah, it's a
trannies?
trans show.
Like, yeah, and they show like the feminine penis and everything. This was Nick's favorite.
I mean,
show.
I've never watched it, but
I've never
that's-
even heard of it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it was on HBO or Showtime or whatever the fuck it was. It's a tranny show. That's his favorite show.
I mean, he was a big fan of that. He would watch like there's another one called they talked about like the sex life of college girls or something. I don't know. You guys can look it up. But regardless, this isn't the point of this. I'm here because
let's bring it back to the interesting stuff.
Things that actually matter.
So can I just sum it up? So
sure.
You move out there. You're working with the place. You're underpaid. He has you sign up as the treasury or whatever. You give your personal information. It seems like other employees are kind of going through a similar thing where they're not getting paid a lot, or information Nick kind of has access to. So is there a feeling that when you're working with him, like if you step out of line or if somebody walks away in a non-bowing manner, that he's going to just unload and shit's going to get leaked on you?
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to, because he actually so Simon, he's like a year older than me, wife, 2 kids, like just born children. He wanted to walk away essentially because Nick's he's a faggot, you know. You're dealing with him behind the scenes, and you think he's awful to the public eye. He sucks behind, like he's even worse behind closed doors or whatever. So he sucks. He wants to step away. Half the interns, the heads of the political intern team, like everyone that.
So it's basically after January 6th, which, by the way, Nick didn't go in, from what I understand. That was a rumor going around. Andy Dick has let himself go, hasn't he?
He does have Andy Dick hair.
Yeah, he does. So they all bounced on him after January 6th. By the way, I got to be honest with you. As far as Nick Fuentes and January 6th, whether he watches Euphoria or not, what the government did to Nick is frightening. I mean, it's frightening. Like the position they act like he's some kind of genius neo-Nazi. He's a retard. He's no threat to anybody. He's probably more of a threat to himself.
I want you to go before Congress and explain.
Well, yeah, I think he got subpoenaed and he's talking to the feds, and it's like it just shows you that the whole thing with January 6th is a complete bunch of fucking bullshit. If they're trying to convince you that
worse, it was double 9/11, Jeff. What are you talking about?
Nick is some kind of mastermind insurrectionist we're talking to. He's a retard, you know. I mean, honestly, I think at this point most people think that January 6th thing was overblown for political reasons. And now that you see that
9/11,
yeah, it's 9/11. So now that you see that who they're trying to like chase down, Nick Fuentes, you know, not terrorist or anything, like Nick Fuentes, like you start to realize that the whole thing was political from the top down.
Right, this guy drools on himself, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it seems like it. Anything else?
Yeah, just go to the next one.
Go to the next. I
love that they're using the TV show as the way, like this. It's the gateway. I mean,
to be a homo. I don't know if they mean. It's just funny. I think it's more funny.
They called him a fucking homo after it because he watched the show.
This is what happens when you don't watch
Sussy Squad? Is that where you want me to go to?
Yes, Sussy Squad. Sussy Squad. Yes.
Sussy Squad. Okay, everybody.
I couldn't sound any more gay. But
So
this, just to be clear on this Sussy Squad, these kind of people you're talking about, are these people that are working for the organization? Are they friends of Nick? And do they have access to the information, like when you guys sign employment contracts or work for hire?
I just want to point this out. It says anime fan with the blue background. And
that sums it up. There you go.
This says everything you need to know. Anime fan. Where do you get that? Is he losing his hair and he's combing it that way? Is that the deal?
That's what I do. So
yeah,
more
that's
likely, yeah.
Is that your thing?
It's a good tactic. Yeah, I have to because it's
how bad is it?
Don't.
How bald are you? Show us.
It's pretty fucking bad. Like in the front, it wants to go. Like I got a reverse widow peak thing going here, so I got to brush it a certain way.
That's probably from medicine you're taking or some shit. Because you didn't have that.
I'm only down to 2 pills, dude. I used to take 37 pills a day. I'm down to fucking 2.
Really?
Like allergy pill and blood pressure.
Your hair fell out. Congratulations.
215 pounds of sex.
Yeah.
Woo!
And you made your hair fall out.
Yeah, just to add some context on this new guy, upper left, his name's Simon. He was also in the Inner Circle. He's the guy who has 2 kids and a wife.
He is creeping me the fuck out with those eyes, that blue background, and his hair. I'm completely like.
He has serial killer hair.
Like, why do all these guys look gay? And they're like America First. I don't understand. This guy's got a family, apparently.
I mean, this is the brand, right? This is like the incel brand.
This looks like a guy who used to go to New Brunswick and he'd be the gay guy in the coffee house. I mean, like,
sell you ecstasy or something.
Yeah. I'll sell you ecstasy. Hey, all right, sell me ecstasy. Oh, you have to come back to my apartment to get it. No.
That guards the ecstasy.
Yeah.
NDAs. Is he like, hey, take a look at this?
But he's not. He's like a right-wing guy. It's funny too.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Go fuck with him a little bit.
Yep, that's exactly right.
What the fuck?
Does anybody have the artwork of the Sussy Squad on hand?
I can pull that up actually.
Can you pull that up of the artwork that Nick had commissioned of his Sussy Squad?
Oh, and can I ask, is there a gentleman by the name of Big Tech in the Sussy Squad?
No.
He's a dangerous motherfucker, so I just wanted to check.
He's trying out for the Sussy Squad, but he hasn't made it yet, Jim. Maybe a few more bro jobs and Big Tech will be there.
It's just ironic because, Nick, his whole thing since the beginning has been, don't join groups. This is a Fed honeypot. And, that's been his whole MO. And then he's at the same time threatening all these underage people, young men that are willing to put their lives on the line, their identity on the line for him. But if they do anything he doesn't like.
What is this artwork I'm looking at now?
This is the profile picture of Black Swan. He uses the Katamari Damacy character. And then the other profile picture is from Nick's new right-hand man.
What the Katamari Damacy? What is that?
I don't know any of this, Tommy. I don't know.
Katamari Damacy is a great video game. Before anybody shits on something, Katamari Damacy, that's a great fucking video game. You roll this ball around.
Why are two characters appearing to suck face?
I don't understand that part of it, but that's a great game. I don't give a fuck.
I think they're taking two avatars from two guys that are in America First and having them kiss. That's what I'm like gaining.
It's starting to look more like a cult than it is a political group.
It's like they're participating in sussy shit. That's the point, I guess.
Sussy shit. No, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah.
Sussy shit.
Sassy.
The fuck
I'm not going to say their name.
That's fine.
This is why China's going to invade. They're going to take one look at this like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, we got this. Yeah,
they need a cleansing only that the Chinese can give.
It's crossed my mind before.
It would be like if someone drew like Smaggle and Dumpy kissing, basically.
Oh, somebody draw Smaggle and Dumpy kissing. Get on that.
Now, why did you have to put that out there? Because some fuckhead in here.
It's done. It's done probably by the end of the show.
It's going to be done by the end of the show.
It's pretty much done.
Personally.
Yeah.
Those are their online handles. And Hiding uses that like the bear character, from 4chan is his profile picture historically. So
he doesn't come off very gay, but his look is it's freak. It's like a gay. Like I don't want to put stereotypes on gays.
Now, stereotypes.
If I was going to cast a gay serial killer, I'm like, this guy's got that look. It's pretty good.
Big eyebrows on him too, almost.
That's what makes him look scary. Either that or a Vulcan in Star Trek. One of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Making out in front of the gay flag. And I don't know if it's reversed on the stream or if that's just on my camera here, but it says, I hope whatever leaker doesn't spread this around. That would be so embarrassing if this was public. And you can see that's from Black Swan. He sent that to a number of different people.
Isn't there an artwork of the members of the Sussy Squad on their knees before Nick?
Yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt.
On their knees.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think the link may have been shared.
Well, they can't get in unless you allow them. So.
Yeah, but it's going ping pong. So just to let people know, I apologize. If it gets out of hand, I'll make a new hangout. Okay? And
I'm not hearing it. Do you guys hear any bing pongs?
I don't hear it.
The chat here.
All right, but
next one.
Next one.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. It is kind of refreshing to see that this. What do you think? Blasphemy? Not praying?
Yeah, blasphemy.
I want that. That's what I want. Blasphemy. Here we go.
And I just want to quickly interject. Jaden, what you told me last night, does Nick attend church? You lived with him. Does he get up early on Sunday to attend Mass?
I mean, I can tell you that I could count on one hand the amount of times I know that he went while I've been there. I'm not even Catholic, and I know that I've...
And on one hand in 2 years. So less than 5 times in 2 years.
No, as far as I know, I mean, I'm obviously not in the...
Yeah, I think, is that the whole thing? Is this a strictly Catholic or mostly Catholic group?
So I was under the understanding that it was mostly Catholic, but I think it's like Protestant.
Yeah,
like
that's why I was so confused when we had that not argument, but that discussion. Like, you don't understand because you're like Southern but still Catholic. like Catholics are totally outnumbered in the United States. And you know when you really find that out? Join the army like me and Dave. It's almost like being black. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could say anything you want about Catholics or do anything about Catholics. It's not when me and Dave were there wasn't a single Catholic general in the entire army unless they were Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you really, and I knew, I'm not a religious person, but obviously I was born Catholic. And I'm totally atheist in the army, but I knew guys that were part of Catholic groups, and you knew they weren't getting promoted because they were Catholic. It happens, man. It goes on. I heard. I shouldn't say that because I never got to the point where I got a shot at E7 or E8. But just too many guys complained to me.
Game. Jesus,
there wasn't too many E8s who were E7s and E8s that were Catholic either. I knew one, Sergeant Starkle. That was it. You know. Yeah, we're the minority in there. Leaping Lizard.
I put Jedi on my fucking dark
well, you were like me.
I mean, we're the minority as well.
Yeah, especially down south. So, yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was like, this couldn't be. I'm sure Fuentes is Catholic. I mean, because Fuentes is Hispanic, you know.
Well, if not, this is really confusing because they seem to be upset that he's not going to church.
Well, that's the point. They're good Christian boys. You don't go to church, you're kind of a phony, huh?
Boys.
They're good Christian boys. I think they're a bunch of weirdos.
A little bit.
I think they're nuts.
Where'd you get your first tip off on that, Tom?
Yeah, they're nuts.
Know what the dude's doing on Sunday.
And by the way, I'm not saying like if you go to church and you're a good Christian boy, Catholic boy, that doesn't necessarily inherently make you nuts. This shit makes you nuts.
Yeah. I mean, getting on the internet and fucking preaching about it is kind of weird.
Yeah, you gotta be
weird anime stuff and all that.
You gotta be a little weird.
Unless you're trying to fleece people out of thousands of dollars.
I think that was the plan.
No, they don't do that. That's all for God.
Yeah.
Save it for Jesus.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's ever woken up before 5 o'clock ever. So
did you guys, when you guys went out for meals in public, did he pray? Did he bless the meal?
No.
Did you ever see him pray? Did you ever see him, talk?
I mean, Simon can actually he can talk about that.
I gotta be honest. I grew up in a very Catholic home. I never saw anybody pray. If they did, you pray on your own.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that's fair.
We never.
I never saw my mother pray, and my mother went. My mother to this day goes to church just about every day. You can go to like small mini masses during the week.
Wow.
So she goes just about every day, and maybe if she doesn't do now because she's in her 70s and it's a pain in the ass. But when I was a kid, she went just about every day and got communion. So.
Gotta get that Jesus, man.
You gotta get that Jesus. But we don't I don't know. Maybe it's because I always thought that Southern and Midwestern Catholics were weird.
Yeah, we are.
East Coast. No, not Chicago. Chicago doesn't count because you guys grew up in the city.
I don't know, man. Some of our burbs, they were pretty bad with the fucking religion.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because
I went to Sunday school.
I always thought that. Yeah, you're Catholic too. I always thought that the East Coast Catholics were the most like level-headed. But when you got to places where they were the minority, like because I grew up we grew up and everybody's Catholic. You grew up in Chicago, everybody's Italian, Catholic, Irish. I grew up in New Jersey, everybody's Italian.
We grew up in communities. Yeah, that's the thing. So I was sheltered from that, just like everybody else was. In Chicago, it's especially on the South Side. You stayed in your communities and
with the Irish, Italian, Catholic, Polish. I mean that.
Clack, motherfucker.
Yeah.
By somebody wearing the same outfit as Tommy C.
Well, the thing about the South is a lot of the Catholics were at one point Baptist. They kind of changed, or they got married a Catholic. A Baptist will always jump head first into religion. It'll be always about religion. So they take that into Catholicism as well.
You know what's weird? It's the reverse. It's the reverse here. Like the Catholics tend to be kind of normal in the States, and it's the Protestants. Well, Protestants are big across the board. The Protestants are the one that like talk and different. They have so many different churches. The Protestants seem much more extreme to me in the States.
Yeah.
In Germany, because the Catholics are a minority, the Catholics are the kooks. Here, they tend to be considered the kooky ones. Did you ever watch that The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Oh yeah, good. I like that flick.
Yeah, well, it's based on an event that happened here in 1976 in Aschaffenburg, Germany. To a woman, I forgot her name, but she was he came with a kooky Catholic family, and she thought she got possessed by the devil. You know, it's a pretty wild story. But the inspiration for it, I think in the movie it took place in Massachusetts, but it actually took place in about an hour, not even an hour, 40 minutes from where I am out now. 40 minutes from where I'm from in Aschaffenburg. But go ahead, let's check this out.
The whole white boy summer thing, actually, if you want to take
Yeah. Well, real quick on the meals thing, I remember I would be, I have...
Has Nick spoke out on this yet?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
No, not really.
Okay.
Praying before meals, doing the sign of the cross, and saying the quick meal prayer or whatever. And I remember, we would be at like McDonald's and Nick would be like rolling his eyes and kind of making fun of me. And he would even tell other people. Yes. And he would tell other people behind.
Can you pause it real quick?
Like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
If someone was next to me at McDonald's and crossed themselves,
I know, he's laughing at him.
Cheeseburger, I'd be making fun of him.
Be goofing on him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not. That's the thing. Is this the Catholic fuck? But I tell you something. If I was back home, if I was gonna put a hand on somebody who will cross themselves at McDonald's, it's not gonna be my friend Mike Diaz. It's not gonna be O'Laughlin. It's not gonna be fucking Kachowski. It's gonna be Samuel Smith and his fucking wacky exactly. Dave knows what he's talking about.
He's got a fucking back pocket.
Yeah, so like you know who did that? Who did that? My Lutheran grandmother. All right, I like that. That's what he used to do. It's like, okay, I got you McNuggets. Like, let's thank God for get the fuck out of here, Grandma.
Yeah, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. God bless these double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, double.
And watch.
I remember my stepbrother said, rub-a-dub-dub, thank you, Lord, for the grub. And then his fucking dad swinging at him and shit. Dub, thank you, Lord, for all the grub. That's too funny. And that's what I would have said. If me and Jeff went out to if me and Jeff went to the thing and he started taking the prayer at McDonald's, I'd be like, rub-a-dub-dub, thank you, Lord, for the grub, just to be a douchebag.
And then Jeff would put in a new magazine and then we'd eat.
That's
be good times.
Funny. Oh man,
really good pray again.
But see, the thing is, why this is funny is that's not who Nick portrays himself as. That's why this is fucking hysterical.
No, he portrays himself as
you really shouldn't thank God religious. For a Big Mac. Have you seen the trans fat one of those things? No, you really shouldn't. You should kind of question God why you allowed it. Right.
It's like this monster. It's like little dogs, Tommy, an abomination of food.
It's okay. Your mask will protect you. It's fine.
That's right.
At White Boy Summer, we were at Baked Alaska's house, and
it was your first mistake.
The guys all got together to do a rosary, prayer, like big group prayer. And, we invited Nick to it. They brought along extra rosaries for anyone who didn't have one to follow along or whatever. And we're like, hey, Nick, you want to join or whatever? And he kind of looks at everyone getting ready, kneeling down and praying or whatever. He's like, he kind of throws his hands up. He's like, and he goes and he sits somewhere else in the room. He basically goes, sits on the corner and goes on his phone.
You said this was at Baked's house?
Yes. We all went to Baked's house for the 4th of July.
Was Baked a part of the prayer group?
I think he was, or that might have been. Gene, do you remember if that was when you guys were going in?
That was when I was at the airport, and the drama was going down.
I would put Baked on being Protestant. I think
he's Catholic.
He's Catholic too. Wow. Why are the Catholics getting so fucking wacky? When I was,
it started.
We were the least wacky.
Just our time, Tommy.
Yeah, I guess so. We gotta be nuts.
God gives to us all.
I don't know anybody. I did know a guy, but he wasn't like any of these guys. If you make I knew this guy. His name was Chris Fitzpatrick. If you said something because I make cracks about religion all the time because I was kind of a budding atheist trying to be an edgelord. He told me once, and he meant it. He said, "I'm gonna whip your ass." That's
belt you one.
I'm gonna belt you. You don't talk about the way you wouldn't talk about the blacks like that. You wouldn't talk about the Puerto Ricans. You're gonna talk about me, and I'll kick your ass just like they will. That was it. I didn't we didn't join groups. They just went to church and took communion, and that was it. And if the most extreme guy I knew would have kicked your ass if you said something really out of line. That's it. Like, what happened? You know?
Now they make shitty podcasts fucking henning over somebody else not
Yeah,
playing.
screaming about trans people and shit.
What is going on? Praise Christ.
For fuck's sake.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Blowing to me to think of Baked Alaska as being more devout, right?
More pious? Yeah.
More pious than Nick Fuentes.
Not pious.
Well,
Baked
I
Alaska
think,
would have been with me. Baked Alaska would have been with me going to pick up Lowell's.
yeah, so I don't think he was in the prayer circle. Now, I can't speak to Baked's personal piety. I didn't know him well enough to speak on that. You know what I mean?
Personal piety.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with Nick, for the record. I mean, I don't know.
When I was their age,
I'll tell you what he's been doing with the whole.
Yeah, my father would say that, and it'd be like something like, "You don't even know what piety means," something.
I kind of want to make a band called Personal Piety.
Personal
That's
piety.
kind of metal.
Yeah.
It's a little metal.
Yeah, they probably all measure who's religious enough and who's not. Like,
Yeah, they don't measure their dicks. They measure how religious they are. I love it.
Threatening of young people, threatening to ruin everyone's life over trying to walk away doesn't really seem all that.
Well, I think that's I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think that's a really important thing, Simon. I know that Jaden brought this up, and maybe we got some of the details wrong, or it's accurate, and you don't have to talk on it if you don't want to. But Nick wanting to engage in lawfare, sue you, come after you if you ever open your mouth. Do you have a child?
That's a cult. That's a cult. There's no way around it. That's a cult. I'll sue you if you leave. I'll go after you. I'll try to ruin your life. That's a cult.
Is derived from culture.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say.
Thank you for that trivia, Jeff.
Well done, Jeffy.
But no, that's a
Really
cult.
earning it tonight,
That's when you cross the line. If you leave the group, so they have apostates from America First. What the fuck? You really? You're laughing at Dave. You're laughing at me, but I'm fucking. That's kind of what it is, isn't it?
You will not be recognized by this coven.
Look, it's probably a lot of religious people. I don't dump on religion. If whatever gets you through, and I mean that.
Sure.
I am not anti-religion by any stretch. Yes, I'm an atheist, but I am not anti-religion.
But come on.
But all right, if you ever wonder, why does Tommy not believe in God? Why does he feel so strongly about that? He seems reasonable. He doesn't yell at people. AC is extremely religious, and he works real well in this environment, because I don't hate religious people like a lot of atheists do. But if you want to wonder, it's these guys. It would have happened faster. My atheism would have happened at light speed if I knew these guys growing up.
I just thought you didn't have enough personal piousness in you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to hell.
Going to hell? Fuck it.
Yes, and and we can get into that story, and that's exactly accurate.
But he knows it though, right?
Yes.
So he's not unaware of it. So he wanted to hurt you financially and screw with you, knowing you have a sick kid.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was born in July.
I don't care how weird this guy is, anime fan, or how pious he's not. That's fucked up if that's true.
It is fucked
yeah,
up.
you fucking. It's hard raising a kid, man. You don't need, some wacko that you were trying to help that probably put you on a fucking list, trying to help him, fucking with you.
Especially when going after kids and stuff.
Yeah,
no, absolutely.
So I don't
Goofs
care.
aside, fuck.
No, I'm starting to think that old Nick Fuentes is finished.
Might be. By the way, thanks for 100 likes, guys. There's your gift.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Gizmo. There you go. I haven't seen that movie in 30 years,
It still fucking holds up.
Really? I gotta see that.
Yeah,
You gotta watch Gremlins with the group, one night with the group. Yeah.
10th was actually the day Nick was doing the White Boy Summer speech in Dallas at CPAC, and I was on the phone for 10 or 12 hours the day of my son's birth, trying to organize the event and get all the interns to get the cameras right and get all the equipment ordered or whatever. Nick knows about the kid. You know what I mean? I asked him to be the godfather of my son Joseph. After that whole thing with the White Boy Summer thing, I asked him to be the godfather. He agreed, and we had him baptized, and he's listed as the godfather for Joseph. And
that's your fault. I'm sorry.
Right. That's bad judgment, man.
That's your fault. That's
on
on you, dude. I don't feel bad for you at all.
That is
Nick
on you.
Fuentes, the godfather.
That's fucking your fault.
White Boy Summer. Dude.
Yeah. It's the middle of White Boy Summer, and I was like, my biggest moment in your life. I don't know. I don't like most guys I know. Like, what's a big moment of your life? And it doesn't matter if they even it doesn't even matter if their kids hate them. Like, kids, the day the day my son was born, everybody's like that. Oh, fucking Nick Fuentes.
I made Nick Fuentes my godfather because he's based in Red Pill.
You think he'll be my emergency contact if I asked him to be?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, he's threatening people to fucking leave his group, and you're like, what do I got? Unbelievable.
Yeah, my son was, he was diagnosed with an issue in his left eye where the doctors weren't sure if it was a form of ocular cancer or if it was something else.
Oh my God, that's the scariest shit ever.
Not ideal.
No. Not ideal, Jeff. You're insensitive.
You're an asshole, Jeff. But no, seriously, I'm not making fun of this guy for that. Fuck that.
I just got it. What the fuck?
All right, knock it off. I have, I gotta draw the line somewhere, guys.
It wasn't
I gotta
ideal.
draw.
It was a
I
bad
gotta
joke.
draw
I
the
agree,
line
Jeff, you
somewhere.
monster.
Come on, this poor guy. Jesus Christ! I don't care what a wacky Catholic he is. I'm not going after his poor fucking kid.
By the grace of God, it ended up being something else, but for a couple of months, it was unsure what it was going to be. And, even though it was thankfully something else, that he's healthy now,
Thank God.
He's not going to have correct vision in that eye.
Thank God, yeah, that's
anymore.
amazing.
Oh man, your kid's fucking blind. Ugh. At least he's not gonna die though. Yeah, I bet. But you imagine that? Like, you're like, is my kid gonna die from some kind of ocular cancer? It's like, oh no, he will never see it out of it. You think you would have nothing
Nick
but
Fuentes
empathy?
is the godfather to that child.
Yeah, well, you think you would have nothing but empathy for what this guy's going through, and that's crazy, dude. You can even see like Andy and PPP are and Andy's a cold fuck, and he's looking at him. He's like, whoa.
But
that's
why I don't know why there's even a question of if this guy's pious or religious or not. I mean, that's really
not what you would
really
do.
Yeah.
I mean, there are non-believers who wouldn't fucking do that. Most people have some level of fucking moral conscience.
All right, I don't want to hear a lecture from PPP.
You know why this is funny to me? Wait, you know why this is funny to me, though? I don't want to come off insensitive, so I want to explain this for a second. These assholes, the way that they're explaining it, they'll talk about something serious and then go right back to the piousness. They go right back. It's awful on a human level.
It's important to them, though.
Religion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
what's the next one we should take in
Stalin.
Okay.
Stalin.
Let's talk about a mass murderer.
Right, Stalin.
I love mass murderers. I mean,
that he's the reincarnation of Stalin.
What?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. He definitely thinks.
All right, Andy Worski just said, is it true that he believes he's the reincarnation of Joseph Stalin?
Yes.
The communist.
I hope that's true.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was Adolf Hitler, but Stalin's kind of just as bad,
Well, Stalin was better at it,
Yeah, he won the war and pulled it off and kept killing. It's a good point. Yeah.
His people, their people, all people.
Yeah.
He looks at himself as Stalin. He reads multiple books and tries to emulate his day to day. He's talked about, Stalin did this day to day, and when I would confront him about certain things. He would be
the guy's a mass murderer that outdid Hitler. I don't know. It's good. Stalin. In all fairness, I had a thing for cat boys too.
Soviet Russia.
I'm like Stalin, and this, and it's you're not Stalin. You're crying online about me and you having a falling out as friends and whatnot, and making the whole thing. I don't know.
From what I understand, Stalin got pussy, right? Stalin was actually.
I don't know, but the fact of the matter is the woman thing has nothing to do with it, and that's really everyone has been going after me all week about that, and it's
it's a little bit. It's a little bit funny, but it's weird that everybody we're talking to and hearing about, you all have normal relationships, married, dating,
and every one of these women think you're crazy. I mean, it's can you imagine? It's your husband does that? Yeah.
They're always looking down at the ground when they answer questions.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Are they fully functional?
Yeah, that's another question for another day.
I know how my wife looks at me, so I mean, I can only imagine what it be up to these guys.
What are you talking about, Tommy, with pride and a tear in her eye?
You're fully functional. You just can't read.
That's true. Yeah, that's not fully functional, Jeff. That's actually, you just pointed out that he wasn't fully functional. Good job, asshole.
Well, tons of fully functional people can't read.
Did they talk about this guy for 5 hours straight?
They talk. Their fucking podcast can be like 6 hours, 8 hours. They did like a 9-hour podcast on the Nick Fuentes versus Metacritic debate. Like these guys can go. Like it's
insane. Church.
I never want to do that long.
Like these guys are content machines. Like
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Machines.
But then Nick really pushes that incel thing, and that kind of creates the catboy gay jokes.
Well, yeah, no.
What I think
I
this
get
is
from an outside. Sorry, I need to stop cutting you off.
No, Jaden, I cut you off.
You're good.
Yeah. I'll quickly just make this point. What it seems like to me is that Nick wants to he doesn't really want a mainstream political movement anymore. He wants a hardcore cult of followers that are incels. And so him like painting you, oh, he got pussy. It's like an appeal to the base to make you the other. Like, oh, well, Jaden's with girls, guys. Like, we're in an incel death cult together, right? Like, that's...
PPP's, I think he's right.
Yeah. I think he is, but I
think
Nick needs a nice pair of tits to pull that off.
Yeah, I think PPP's right.
I don't want to make a joke about PPP, but he can borrow his.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave used to weigh 400 pounds PPP. He can say
that's right. I can make that. I can make that. 525, Tommy.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. 5. Oh God, I forget.
Was my max. Yeah.
I don't even remember what you were. I have to go look at the old episodes to remember what it was like.
There was about a year where
because now you're thinner than me. Yeah.
I'm 215, dude. Can you believe that?
No. All right, what's the next one?
Next one is the honeypot.
The honeypot.
I love these names.
The honeypot. Oh, I think it's more literal than you think, Dave.
I'm hoping it is.
I wanted to, tell as many people as possible initially because there's real danger. It is a honeypot trap for people who are getting involved in this internship at this point in time. However, with the legal stuff, I was like, okay, well, I'll say a prayer. I hope these people just see through it, and I can walk away. Over the past 4 or 5 months since we departed, there has been, basically, they have a chat called like Reaper Intelligence or like Intelligence Agency or whatever. And in the internship program, they've turned it into like a gay ops program where they have all these guys, conducting reports on.
This whole thing is LARPing from the top down. This movement is LARPing. It's one thing I'll give. The fact that he even got a platform going is impressive. That these guys actually got a platform going, a functioning platform, attracted Destiny, and other bigger streamers. It's actually exceptionally impressive that they were able to pull this off, even with the bots. It's impressive. Yeah. Like these guys sound like complete fucking morons. But I'm starting to realize that Jaden, an anime fan, they look reasonably competent.
Well, they were the most hurt. They're the newest, freshest.
Yeah, but they sound. This doesn't sound to me like this. I'm disgruntled. I'm going to get Metagaron. I'm going to throw them the dogs, Zaworski, and PPP. They sound like they know what the fuck is going on. There's It feels like they have some kind of merit.
The guy is godfather to his kid. There better be some fucking merit, for fuck's sake. That's a relationship there.
So when do we get LARPing on TNT?
Yeah. Scientology. We're proud to announce that we're suing Nick Fuentes for stealing our bid. Cult antics are our thing.
Somebody get him Travolta.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a real that one's looking like it might be Dono of the Day. Do we have a Dono of the Day for last show?
If you want me to pick one, I got them. I got them listed.
Yeah, go ahead. Pick one for the end of the show, or at least
show. Out of the hat,
make me or show them to me and Dave. Maybe I'll let Jeff. You pick them.
Jeff can pick them because
let Jeff pick them, and then send me the ones he turned down so he can make fun of them if he fucks it up.
Right. So, you want Jeff to pick the ones from the last show?
Send them to Jeff. You got
from the last show.
Jeff, are you with us on this?
Let's do it.
We'll see. I guarantee you he picks the unfunniest one.
From the last show. You want Jeff to pick from the last show, right?
Yeah, last show. Don't know the dates for the next show. Yeah, exactly. So get to work, Jeff.
Okay, man. I'm telling you, dude.
Work, Jeff.
Where I've been working and where other people have been working, what sort of jobs that we've been taking up in the meantime. and sharing around. Like
seriously?
That's
yeah,
fucking
100%.
Yeah, that's
100%.
crazy
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend.
All right, what are the odds of these guys lying and laying on thick, though? Jeff is. I don't think they are. I don't get that impression because when Matt was telling me this, I go, these guys are disgruntled. They're fucking pouring more on than. But listening to them, I kind of believe them. Like it's tough. Like I'm still skeptical because I'm just naturally.
Well, I think they're just telling more stories. Apparently, they make thousands of dollars a fucking episode in donations, so they're just going to keep the stories flowing. They don't have to lie. They could just tell the stories and, maybe fucking do what storytellers do. That's just
the fact that Nick hasn't responded. And like, this is bullshit, and this is really damaging.
Shit. You know what I mean? That's really weird.
Yeah, it's like, so even if you're not a public face like Jaden, behind the scenes, they're going to ask interns like, oh, what's their new Twitter account? What's their alt? Oh, they're working at this company. They're working on this project. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can.
You know what the best part is? All Nick had to do was fucking throw Ralph under the bus. That's all he had to do to avoid this whole situation.
Like everybody
Also,
else.
you're on Dave and Tommy. You're on your own screen. You're not on their screen.
What
You're
do
not
you
showing
mean?
the screen. You're not showing the interview.
Oh, sorry. It's audio anyway. It doesn't matter. But yeah, all they had to do is all they had to do is throw that fucking fat idiot under the bus.
Just jump on that fucking wagon of throwing him.
All you have to do is throw Ralph to the wolves.
Let's see if we can get that shut down. Whatever they're working on.
Like Ralph's religious. Just running around fucking knocking up broads, filming it, putting it up. I mean, who gives a fuck?
And I
believe in God. Fuck you, Calvin.
I hope he gets bailed out and goes right to communion. That'd be amazing.
That'd be great.
Again, like this is somebody who's known Nick for 5 years. I mean, I've dedicated almost half of the decade to working with this guy and trying to prop him up. Like, I did not want to be on this show. I never thought I would be doing like the equivalent of what I did to Richard Spencer on the Weekly Sweat those years ago. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I used to work with Spencer back in 2017.
That's interesting to bring up.
I'm just giving you an idea how it gives you how far right they are.
Yeah, but I mean, like the desire to tattle on yourself in a situation that's similar. It's just weird. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, he's definitely on the list
goes
now.
Right to it.
Well, Spencer is kind of out of the loop now. I don't think he's even relevant anymore.
17, was volunteered as like his security. I would drive him around, et cetera. And I saw disturbing things come to light. He.
By the way, I want to give everybody an idea who Richard Spencer is.
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah,
name.
well, all I have to do is play one clip.
Oh, okay. That legendary, huh? Hey, there's Wilbur. What's up, man?
Thank you, Optimus. Spencer, goes nuts. I don't think I spelled it right. SPENCR.
CER.
Yeah. Richard
We're at
Spencer.
114 likes. Get us to 150.
What's the one? Milo put it. I remember Milo put it out. All right. He was the one just before the election that said Heil Trump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that exactly.
Okay.
Spencer audio tape reveals he, as everyone knew, he's a racist. Hopefully, here we go. Hopefully you can hear this. Oh, this is on the Breakfast Club. They'll probably claim it, those jackasses. I just want the fucking audio. I want this audio. Let's try that. Richard Spencer tape reveals everyone news racist, rebanding white nationalism. About 2 years ago, Milo dumped a. Here it is. This is during the what was it? In Carolinas, big protest. You don't even know what I'm going to play, do you?
Charlottesville.
All right. I just want to give Dave an idea, like who this guy is. Listen, this was during Charlottesville and taped.
Coming back here like a fucking 100 times. I am so mad. I am so fucking mad at these people. They don't do this to fucking me. We're gonna fucking ritualistically humiliate them. I am coming back here every fucking weekend if I have to. Like, this is never over. I win, they fucking lose. That's how the world fucking works. Little fucking kikes. They get ruled by people like me. Little fucking octoroons.
I remember that.
My ancestors fucking enslaved.
Wait, what's an octoroon?
Yeah, I don't know what an octoroon is. I've been trying to find out since I heard this tape in
Is that a slur?
2019.
Did I just say a slur?
I think it's a slur. I think
Yeah,
it's a slur.
I don't care. But hey, Jeff, has anyone told you lately what a great job you're doing? Keep up the great work, buddy. Leaping Lizard, thank you.
I believe it's like an eighth black. I believe.
Listen to what he says at the end there. This is amazing. Listen to this, Dave.
Those pieces of shit get ruled by people like me. They look up and see a face like mine looking down at them. That's how the fucking world works. We are gonna destroy this fucking town.
Yeah.
More
Jeff.
fucking Goodfellas, my god.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing that gets me. Like, I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I've been around a few legit tough guys in my life. None of them look like the guys you just say. Like, not one.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And I'm not dumping on any of these dudes. I think it's. I'm not going to do a guilt by association. Richard Spencer, sorry for my gamer moment. It's insane. With octoroon. What's an octoroon?
Octamaroon. It's an eighth black.
Hold on. This is a job for Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you watched Archer, you'd know.
I've never heard that.
What season is that?
When they have the baby. The baby's an Octamaroon. They say it in there. It's fucking. You didn't like it when I called her an Octamaroon. It's a great fucking line.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Come
that.
on,
Okay.
Jeffy, you fucking fake fan.
Jeez.
Brought an Israeli Mossad agent journalist to a house full of again at that time, right-wing young kids and Identity Europa. I went on the Weekly Sweat to expose that back then. I didn't think I'd be having to do the same thing with Nick. 3-4 years later from when that was, but.
Well, with the Catboy, with the Catboy intelligence agency shit, because I know Nick did a stream. I can't remember how long ago it was, but he had like audio or video of Richard Spencer having a freak out. And at the time, I thought, everybody must have a Spencer tape. It just kind of seemed like everybody's running to this guy. They've got a recording of him spazzing out. But is this more deeply ingrained in that? Like, are these, is he sending out interns to kind of keep watch on people, get audio and video on people?
100%, 100%. I don't know if he's done that to Spencer anytime recently because that guy's irrelevant now, thankfully. But some interns who were hyped up and how much they hated the traitors who left the organization did it on their own accord. I don't think Nick told every single one of them to do what they were doing with sending around the videos and looking at our Twitter accounts and trying to get whatever things that I was working on or other people were working on shut down. Some of that was just these people who were sycophantically, they betrayed my leaders. I'm going to make sure they can't have a job. I'm going to look into them. But Nick was encouraging it and directing it as well. I mean, to give you can
you imagine joining a right-wing group and learning, like, if you want to leave it, they call your future employer and say, hey, the guy you just hired is a right-wing wacko. How do you know? Well, he was in our group.
we expelled him from our group.
So that's like Ralph supposedly threatened to do that to Gator. Yeah, we expelled him from our group. We're total racists.
Trust us. We got this.
It's fucking funny.
Jeffy's got the definition of octoroon, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
I have the Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. That's the real one.
So it's funny. So, octoroon, someone who is blessed with an exceptionally large penis. Following the.
Oh, so he's making he literally insulted black guys with a slur by saying they have big dicks. Is that what he's doing there?
Following the preconception that black men have a large penis, this would refer to the penis being the 1/8 of a person that is of black ancestry.
Yeah, that's funny.
Pieces of fucking shit. I rule the fucking world. Those pieces of shit get ruled by people like me. They look up and say,
"Wow, he's like kind of a movie." About
a bad movie,
a bad movie, like directed by Spike Lee,
Honestly, though, this movie's probably better than the Eternals.
Yeah, probably.
I still haven't seen that.
Let's skip ahead. Let's skip ahead a bit. Go to the already has money seized by the FBI back.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done. Is there? Let's.
I'll give you the important ones. Already has money seized by the FBI back.
Already has money seized by the FBI. Oh, this is important. Yeah, this is actually really funny. I've heard about this.
The 500K, he's had that for almost a year. Okay, he's had that back from the feds for almost a year.
So he had 500K taken from him, and then he's been crying poor mouth, but they gave him the money back.
Yeah,
and he's been using that away. That's grifting.
And he's just
that's only 500K.
No, it was total bullshit. Total.
Yeah, it was used for a few months, and he's been using that to raise money and throw like a.
It was
pity
returned in
party.
the summer.
Hey, 16-year-olds, give me.
Are you
$3.
fucking serious?
No, I'm dead serious. He bought a $70,000 car right afterwards.
You know, if I followed this guy, I'd be really embarrassed right now.
So, whoa! Not like a big, So
what a grifting piece of shit!
Yeah,
look at me! Exactly. I'm so oppressed. Oh my god, guys, I'm the martyr out here.
Yeah,
they took my 500K. Oh no, I got it back. I can't use a bank. Oops, yes I can. You know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, and not to go, tinfoil hat here, but I hit on that point. I mean, okay, we're on the no-fly list. Now we're not. Oh, the feds took my money. Oh, now they gave it back. It's like, okay, that would be one thing, but I haven't heard about too many.
I will say this, and I will never change my mind. The fact that they took his money and the fact that he was put on a no-fly list shows how corrupt our government is. He's a fucking moron, not a terrorist. And it's clear. And the people that took his money and the people that put him on a list know this. They know it. They weren't fooled.
Freeze his asses. Give him a fucking helmet.
Dissidents who, when the feds come down on them, they just pull back and leave them alone unless certain things happen. And it's kind of interesting that, as myself and these other people started to leave in November, December, Milo Yiannopoulos started to kind of come in and become way more of a voice in Nick's ear. Somebody who's an admitted federal informant who was given express notice of January 6th. Milo warned people on January 5th what was going to happen on January 6th. A literal federal informant.
He did? I didn't know that. I think that's news to me. See, I lost track of Milo too.
I haven't heard his name in so long.
I don't know.
Milo went out and said, "Look, they're going to arrest you." See, I figured Milo would be on a list not because he did anything crazy, because he's probably a cokehead and he probably got busted. And when he got busted for the coke, the Fed said, "You're going to inform us." If I had to guess,
if I was the federal government, I wouldn't. And Nick is really trying to take down, Joe Biden and the State Department and DHS. I wouldn't give him his money back. I mean, if I have this unilateral control, I wouldn't, take him off the no-fly list if I thought he was a legit threat. But I don't know. Maybe I would if I had people in his ear.
Also, do you guys know if they took the plea deal or not with the feds?
That's
We'll find out on the 11th when he's going to court. Yeah.
Right.
He said,
good. We'll find out this week. I'm sure he did it. I bet any amount of money that he took that plea. Any amount of money.
He would though on the Milo interview. Remember?
Yeah, because he doesn't want a bench trial because he knows, his justification is the bench trial. The judge will murder me. But to get it dropped from whatever the counts were down to a misdemeanor is a little suspect. It feels like there's a lot of suspect stuff going on. That 500K thing is kind of a big fucking bombshell. I got to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anything else? Is there a closer here?
Well, we can go. Yeah, the closer. I would say there's two I want you to look at. The blacklight inspection.
Oh yeah. We gotta do that. Blacklight
inspection.
Yeah.
Is that part of Catholicism now?
Here we go. Yeah. No. I'm glad you stopped me.
You left the door unlocked or whatever.
Right.
You left the couch. And
I left the couch. I left my couch in my bed because I had to move by myself, and he was like, be out by May 1st. Fair enough. I waited, and I was waiting to move initially because we were supposed to all move to Florida. But then he got mad at me after November, and he's like, "You need to get out or pay me." And it's like,
they took your
I've been here.
trips. Redneck.
They took your germs.
They took your germs.
Here because I was supposed to have a job, and then I was waiting because we were supposed to go to Florida, and he had family issues and things. So I was trying to stick around and be a good friend. I wasn't just gonna be like, "Fuck Chicago, I hate it here, I'm out."
Fuck Chicago.
Well, I'd say it too. Fuck Chicago, except for the Cubs, Bears, Blackhawks.
Yeah. I'm the same way about back home. Go Rangers. I'm not moving back home. I'm the same way. Jeff's the only guy. Like, how come you haven't left St. Louis yet?
Because I like St. Louis.
I know. You're like, oh, well, I get out
Going
here.
his way, Tommy.
I love St. Louis. I'm born and raised.
But he's like, you need to start paying me, whatever. I'm like, okay, fair enough. May 1st, I'll be out. I wanted to get out as soon as possible anyways to get the fuck away from him. But I left my couch and I left my bed just because I can't haul that in my car. And it's like an 8-hour drive. So, and I didn't want to rent a U-Haul. But he's telling all of his buddies that he got a black light because he wanted to go see if there was any cum on my couch. He's like, that was some sort of own.
No. Okay, hold on. He's cum hunting?
That's real.
Licking the spots.
Well, I don't know about that. But
no, come on. Little Nick Fuentes prancing around like a cat, licking up cum.
He's got a
Black light. Like I thought.
It's looking cum.
That's so. Do you think like he cut out the patches where there was some semen and he like sniffs it as like a remembrance thing? Like,
you can hear like Medicare's like brain starting to like.
Yeah, it's going. His low-cal
like,
rate
here we go.
It's firing up. I'm gonna leave that for him. Yeah, that's his.
The last one is an N-word warning, but it's kind of like the movie. Okay, so calls John Miller the N-word. That's the last one.
All right, not John Miller.
See, it would have been funnier. It would have been funnier if he didn't give us the warning, but that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Did we yell at you for giving us N-word warnings?
I just try to like.
God damn it,
you're such a pussy.
Like sometimes Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Sometimes you want to hear that word. Sometimes you don't.
No,
so
and this is a place where you don't. Where these we name the stream Nick Fuentes and have all these fucking like known right wing kooks and like all of a sudden no N word. All right, thanks.
You know what's like. We know it's coming. We just don't want to. We don't want to know when it's coming.
We want to think
we're
childish. Dirty words make us happy.
N-word's coming, but I do have a twist. I have a twist.
Okay.
I remember Jaden saying that John Miller in particular was sussy. Is there any reason that John Miller was sussy at Bake's party?
Sussy.
All I remember about John Miller at Bake's party is I felt very fucking bad for him. He got drunk, which is what it is. And I know Jaden, him and you were like fighting or whatever. And everybody was in the pool, which, by the way, because we were recording footage for the White Boy Summer movie, Nick said, absolutely do not record anything that goes on in the pool. I don't want them to see my hairy groiper belly, that sort of thing. But we're all in the pool.
What?
And I guess like Nick was on a power trip or he had just had enough. And excuse the language here, but he goes up to John Miller and he just starts screaming at him. And I can't remember everything he said, but I vividly remember this. He looks at him straight in the face and he said, and you fucking nigger, as loud as possible. Whoa! Pin drop. And Jaden, you remember this.
I was just like, I don't know if we're on YouTube, if you can say that.
No, sorry.
Well, I want to know why fucking these two were surprised something like that happened.
Yeah, why are they soy facing?
So there's a room full of right-wing white guys, and not just your average right-wing white guys. It's groypers, and the one black guy that's a groyper gets called the N-bomb. Shocking. Never saw that coming.
Yeah, that was a twist, by the way.
Nice
John Miller is a black man.
Yeah, John Miller. Yeah, that's a twist. Oh, okay. Well, you can't give the N-word warning because we'll figure it out, stupid. You need to learn how to set up jokes. You got to go to joke school. Jesus Christ.
Setup school.
Jesus Christ. What's tomorrow? Andy Dick. It's fucking Matt's idea. God. I don't know. I only really wanted to stream like an hour today, so.
Good job, Matt.
Yeah. No, you did a good job. Is that it? Is that it?
Job.
Is there anybody
that's the last of the
anybody
ones
taking a call?
Yeah, we can take calls.
Well, I'll do an after show, but I have to take a walk to buy cigarettes. Or
we got
the Blues game
Backlash
starts in
tonight,
15
Tommy.
minutes.
Backlash tonight.
Backlash.
The Blues are on in 15 minutes. I think we call it a day. Jeff.
I'm doing Backlash review reaction tonight.
So check out, if you want to do wrestling with Dave, go check out his channel. Put it in the chat below. I got to go. Actually, now I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm calling it a day. I hope you enjoyed it. AC's back tomorrow and the rest of the week.
I'm gonna go to joke school with Deaf Noodles. You know, he's gonna teach me all his things.
Look for. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see the last video, because apparently my notifications are not going out at all. I did a review of a video game that should get your children taken away if you play it. Go check it out. I have my son play it.
I gave you Dono of the Day. I gave you Dono of the Day.
Oh, Dono of the Day. We're going to do Dono of the Day. I have to go to the bathroom bad now.
No, make him wait longer. It's funny.
Hold on a second. Let's see Dono of the Day. Is it funny? Who said it? Hold on a second. This is Dono of the Day. Here it is. Jeff with Dono of the Day. 3, 2, 1. Paraphraser. I can't wait to rub willies in my face. Tommy C. No, I didn't say it that way. Fuck off. I said I can't wait to rub it in Willie's face, not in my face. Did I say that? I bet I did.
I mean, I could totally see you saying that.
It sounds like you
something I'd say by accident. And
it's in quotations. So I'd be willing to bet that.
It's in quotations. It must be. Well, I saw the World Weekly News, Jeff. It must be fucking legit. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I actually do really have to go to the bathroom quite badly. So.
He's gonna pee.
Yeah, real bad. Thank you very much, Jeff, Dave. Good. Always fun on OJ, son. You're right. You're right. I didn't get it right. I want really to rub it in my face. Apparently.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Rebel Titan, we smoking alchemists. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you bout to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip-hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Tell her you want to stick your dick down her throat right here in this fucking bathroom. I got fucking half a gram of cocaine on me.
All right.